Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a really great recipe for lemon blueberry coffee cake. It's really simple to do and it tastes so good. So I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees and I've greased and floured a large bundt pan. Now if you don't have a bundt pan, you can do it in a 9x13 pan as well. I just like it in this because it's really very pretty to serve. You just want to make sure that you really grease and flour your bundt pan well so your cake comes out. So the first thing we're going to do is, in the bowl of an electric mixer, I'm going to cream 2/3 of a cup of butter, which has been softened. I like to use unsalted butter, with 1.5 cups of sugar. So we're just going to cream those together. You can of course use a hand beater as well. You can see how nice and creamy that's become. You want the sugar granules to kind of melt into the butter. Okay, now our butter and sugar are creamed. We're going to beat in 2 eggs, and we'll do them one at a time. Now the second one. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of good quality vanilla extract. We are going to add the zest of 2 lemons, but with this mixer, if you add the zest now, it kind of collects on the beater, so I like to do that by hand right at the end, so we'll do that in a second. So that's our wet ingredients done, and now I'm going to show you how to combine the dry ingredients. Okay, now for the dry ingredients, I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to mix in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. That's our dry ingredients. Now what we're going to do is add that to the butter mixture, alternating with our liquid ingredients, which is 1 cup of milk. And then I have a 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. So we're going to add 1/3 of the dry ingredients with a 1/2 cup of the milk mixture, and then another 1/3 of dry, then the rest of the milk, and then the last bit of dry. So we'll start with that. About 1/3 and a 1/2 cup of milk. We'll stir that up. And another 1/3 of the dry ingredients. The rest of the milk mixture. Stir it up. And then the last of the flour mixture. We'll just stir that up. So that's all mixed up. Now I'm just going to zest in the rind of 2 lemons. I like to use this microplane rasp to do that. Get a nice fine zest with none of the white pith, which is bitter. And this just adds such a wonderful lemon flavor to the batter. And what we're going to do is put in half the batter into the pan and then layer in 1.5 cups of blueberries. And you can use fresh blueberries, but you can also use frozen. Just take them right out of the freezer, don't let them thaw first. And that's going to be the middle layer of the cake. We're going to bake that at 350 for about an hour. It's a pretty big cake, so you want to test it with a tester and make sure it comes out clean before you take it out of the oven. And because if you use the frozen blueberries, it might take a little bit longer too because they're cold right in the middle of the cake. Okay, got those lemons zested. And just stir that into the batter. Looks and smells really good already. So spread half your batter into your pan. And just sort of plop it down around the pan and then smooth it out a little bit. And then sprinkle with your blueberries. It's a generous amount of blueberries. Just like that. Looks good. Now we're going to cover it with the rest of the batter. You want to be gentle here, smoothing it out so that you don't disturb the blueberries. This is a very impressive looking cake. And I like to smooth it out with a little offset spatula. And it just kind of seals it up without disturbing the blueberries. And that's it. So we'll get this in the oven, 350 for about an hour until it tests clean, and I'll show it to you when it comes out. Okay, it's been about an hour and the cake is done, nice and golden on top, and I did test it with the tester and it came out clean. So that's about an hour for a bundt cake. You'll let it bake about 45 minutes for a 9x13 pan. I'm going to let it sit here and cool for 10 minutes in the pan and then invert it and let it cool completely on the rack. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy your lemon blueberry coffee cake.